what are performing cities. For me, performing cities have triple dimensions. One is cities should be engines of growth, engines of economic growth, and this has to change from the concept considering cities as entities that provide municipal services. Secondly, we also need cities that are sustainable, and cities have to contribute in reducing pollution and resource saving and protecting our planet. And thirdly, it has to be inclusive. If cities are not inclusive, there will not be social cohesion. So in this respect, I think the panelists have been able to highlight important dimensions. Here, one issue I would like to highlight is the responsibility of making cities economic, engines of economic growth has to depend or has to also be the responsibility of not only local government but also state and central government. Because cities have to play a central role in industrialization, in developing services sector. So here the changes have to be executed and planned at both levels. Long-term dimensions would be required. Just to give you in Ethiopia some example. Last week we inaugurated the pre-testing of light railway transportation system in Addis, which is 34 kilometers. And at national level also we are building national railway, which is electric driven. So Ethiopia uses 100% clean energy, but it's also using it for national railways that uses electricity generated from hydropower and wind energy, and LRT system that is generated from hydropower and wind energy as well. By the way, this LRT, it has been realized after almost 10 or 12 years, and City of Lyon has played an important role, and the FD has also been a player in this process. So partnership could play an important role, and necessarily being inclusive and being sustainable city and making cities as poles of economic growth are complementary. So I think the approach that both at central level and local level should work together, and also partnership should be used in a way that helps improving the situation of cities would be important. So for me, all this approach requires a very proactive and long-term approach. Having said this, I just want to highlight 1 or 2 minutes what changes we are having in Ethiopia. For the last 11 years, Ethiopia GDP annual growth rate has been 11%. 11% for 11 years without any drop of oil. The whole dynamics of growth has been driven from agriculture and also partly city economic growth. We have been able to reduce poverty by half, and life expectancy improved from 44 years in 1991 to 63 years at the moment. So now we consider the key challenge would be how can we sustain this economic growth? We cannot just build this economic growth based on informal sector. We have to build a very strong and dynamic manufacturing sector. In this prospect, process, we have planned a long-term plan for 10 years. And here also the synergy becomes critical. For instance, we are planning to expand industrial parks, but we are saying we should leapfrog, and the industrial parks have to be eco-industrial parks, so that we build a dynamic economy, but without compromising the damage to the climate. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.